It's a beautiful snowy day, so I'm gonna have some of this nice natural light coming in. I'm going to be doing a watercolor designed soap, and this one is kind of a two-part. What you'll do first is you're gonna pour an ombre into a loaf mold, and then very sadly, you're going to ruin that ombre by scooping it out and then basically plopping it into another mold so you get these gradient circles of color or shapes of color when you cut the soap. That's the goal anyway. I'm only doing 2 of these. The first one I did was this morning and it's in the oven already, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do this one using a new fragrance. I haven't done this one before, which is of course risky when you're doing something that needs extra time, but this is Clover and Aloe from Bramble Berry. It's supposed to behave, it's supposed to behave well. And when I was reading the reviews, several people said you had plenty of time to do different designs with it, so I'm really hoping that will work. And of course I'm using my slow moving recipe. Colors, I've got a lot of colors going on here. I am doing this for a challenge club, and I do have to have transitions, so many transitions. So for my category that I enter is, I'm in the top category, I have to have at least 3 transitions. I'm going to have 5 transitions. So I have blue going into white, white going into purple, purple going back into white, white going into orange, and then orange going into this sparkly red. And I was trying to look at different colors of watercolor, like kind of watercolor blending, just to get some ideas of colors that looked really good together as they were blending. Because obviously I wouldn't want to put, say, blue with the orange, because when you blend those together, it's not going to be very pretty. But when you put those, hopefully those chunks of color into that second mold, they'll be next to each other. So hopefully you'll have that contrast and it'll look really nice together. Same thing with the orange and the purple. The white, I have to have at least 50% of my batter is white. That can be either one of the colors or it can be just used to lighten up. I'm going to kind of use it as both. So the colors I'm going to be using, I have blue slushy from Bramble Berry. I love this blue because when you go light with it, it doesn't turn kind of a weird gray-green, which some blue micas do that. I have super pretty white mica from Bramble Berry. I have, my purple is Purple Vibrance from Nurture Soap. And then back to my white, my orange is Sunset Orange Mica from Bramble Berry. This does fade to a softer orange. I'm fine with that. And I really, really wanted to do this, it's not in the right container because it came in a little baggy, but it's a Super Sparkle Cinnamon Red. It's like a really high glitter soap, or excuse me, high glitter mica that is from Wholesale Supplies Plus. And then that is mixed with Ruby Red Mica, because I did use this before kind of by itself, and it doesn't really have, you have basically clear soap with some speckles in it. And I wanted to have some of that red color as well, but I thought this would look really cool because you want to try and have, with the design, you want to try and have some, the way it's cut, some translucency in that, in the color and the going from one color, the gradient from one to another. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I have everything divided out. I have, it's over there, I have stuff written down that has what percentage is gonna go into each of the colors, how much of the fragrance oil is going to go into each of the colors. Of course, I have my micas already divided out. I have my main mold that I'm using, and then I have another mold over there that once is a setup. The one this morning took about 40 minutes for it to be ready for me to take it out. So it needs to be thick enough. I probably could have gone another 10 minutes. It needs to be thick enough where, like if you take a toothpick, that was what somebody suggested. You take a toothpick, you draw a line through it, and it holds its shape. It doesn't fall back on itself. But you don't want it to be too set up that it doesn't kind of glob back together, because then you're going to have all of these holes. So hopefully everything will work out fine. I'm going to go ahead and get gloved up and get everything else ready to go, and we'll come back when it's time to make the soap.